Hey, Michelle, how's everything going today? We are on Zoom today. So exciting.
Yes, guys, I am in Maryland visiting my family, so I got a little bit different setup. We're working with it. Yes, but I'm happy to be here recording.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So, what are we talking about today? I feel like we have a great topic.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a great one. So, Lindsay, if you could be a fly on the wall for any celebrity's life, who
Mhm.
would it be?
That's a great question. I don't pay a ton of attention to celebrities, but I feel like Angelina Jolie, not because
Oh,
she's beautiful, but because she does a lot of adoption. Like she's done a lot of adoptions. She's adopted a lot of kids. And I'm just curious about what that's like to have so many adopted children. I feel like she has like
oh,
10 kids or something crazy like that. So I just wonder what that's about.
yeah, yeah. Okay, well, that's a good one.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I'm just going to pick Jennifer Aniston just to be against you with Angelina Jolie.
Okay. Why is
But
that?
well, because I love Friends and I don't know, I like her. I don't know. I'm sure there are better choices, but I think it'd be interesting just to because I know she's friends with the other girls in
Chandler?
real life, and so I'm just gonna choose her because you chose Angelina, so I'll go, because you remember the Brad Pitt thing, right?
No. Oh, I see what you're referring to. Okay. I
Yes,
was like,
there
I
we
didn't
go.
know why they were.
Why they were related. I could tell that you didn't know, and
Oh,
I was
I
like,
didn't know. I forgot. So they both married Brad Pitt at one point, right?
yeah,
Okay.
Angelina stole him.
Ah, that's what it is. I just watched Benjamin Button over the weekend on my flight home, and yeah, just good looking guy. At least when he
I
was,
never saw.
as
I
you
never
never saw it.
saw.
Well, it's the story of how he is born old, and then like he gets younger.
Right.
And it's just, I don't know, it's interesting. So, good movie.
Good, good, good. All right. Well, so fly on the wall is the expression that we used. So
Yes.
I did a social media post a while ago where I asked listeners to vote on expressions with the word wall. So asking which one, I had listed a few, and which one should I do an episode about? And the results were largely for fly on the wall that people wanted to hear about that. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
That's so great. I love when we get our listeners' input, feedback. You guys are here. You can help us create the show, by telling us what you want to learn. We want to make All Ears English for you guys. But first, for our listeners, guys, go over and listen to the podcast on our app. That is the way to get the most full experience of All Ears English
Yes.
at allearsenglish.com/app. Right, Michelle?
That's right. Slash APP. Over there on our app, you can get your personalized vocabulary list all in one place. You can get transcripts to follow along with. There's so much over there that can help you guys really make the most of these episodes.
Yes, 100%. So there is another episode that kind of goes along with this theme, right, Michelle? How is it
Yeah.
connected? What do you think?
Well, so, okay, this is episode 833 called Why Eavesdropping Gives You an English Edge. And it goes along with the theme because a fly on the wall is kind of similar to the idea of eavesdropping, except I guess you're invisible. So,
I love
well,
that.
you're a fly. You're a fly. You're not invisible. But,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
so
Yeah.
same thing as like listening in on something. So, that's why I wanted to direct you guys to this episode. So go on and listen to that. But Lindsay, so, all right, let's get into it. What does it
Yes.
mean to be a fly on the wall?
Oh my gosh, to be a fly on the wall is basically to be witnessing something, but to have no one know that you're witnessing it,
Yeah.
right? You're
Yep.
just kind of,
Yep.
you're on the wall. You're a little fly. No one notices that little fly.
That's
So,
right.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, it means to get an inside, unfiltered look at something, right? Whenever we all act a certain way in public. And
Yeah.
like, so if you're a fly on the wall, you get to see like, what is somebody really like? What is it really like in this relationship, in this place, in this company, right? Like,
Yes. Yes.
so a lot of things. So people often use it to talk about something they wish they could see, maybe in like it might be in a sarcastic way actually. So for example, they might say, boy, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that argument.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's when things are heated and there's a lot of just drama going on. You don't want to be involved with the drama.
You just want to watch it.
You just want to watch it. Yeah. Like reality television, right?
Right, exactly. Kind of like reality TV. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
you know someone is going to have a fight or some sort of talk and you kind of wish you could see it, but yeah, you don't want to be
Yes.
involved.
Yes. And there are other ways we use this. This is very native and natural, right? So, some other ways of how we might use this, Michelle. I wish I could be a fly on the wall for the auditions so I could know how tough the competition will be. Oh, that would be so interesting, right? Any
Right.
situation where it's competitive, where you have to compete or audition, or even in business, be a fly on the wall at a board meeting of your arch competitor, right?
Yes, yes. Yes, to learn something in secret. Yeah, so to be a
Yes.
fly on the wall. So that's it's useful for a lot of different things.
Mhm.
Yeah, or wait, did you say the second one about the job
No,
candidates?
not
No.
yet. You can do
Oh,
that.
okay, I'll do it. Okay. I'd love to be a fly on the wall for the discussion of the final job candidates. They have a tough choice. I think it will take them a long time.
Yes. Okay. So good. So Michelle, what about you? If you could be a fly on the wall right now for anything, what would it be?
I feel like maybe it would be interesting something with technology, like like meetings like over tech to learn about the future of technology and things that are going on there,
Yeah.
to like see where the future might be. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with this, but something
Huh.
like that. What about you?
Yeah, well, it's a good point. So it's kind of like being in with the decision makers. I almost feel like right now in this moment, I'm thinking about inflation. Right, we were at 9% inflation. Now we're down to 4, but we're not done. The job is not done. The Fed is going to continue raising interest rates. So I would like to be in a Fed meeting. That is so nerdy, but I would like to know how they think about the interest rates, how they see they're going to tackle inflation, or are they just going to let it go and like accept 3 to 4% inflation, which is kind of high. So now I'm just
Right.
nerding out. But I just
Well,
would, because these guys, their decisions have humongous impacts
right.
on our economy and the world economy, people's ability to get mortgages, things like that. So I want to be by the decision makers. Yeah.
All right, Lindsay, that sounds fun. I know why you made that decision. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. So, I mean, I also think I'd like to see maybe like a TV script being written. Like,
That
I
would
feel
be
like that
cool.
would be cool to be in the room where they're actually writing the script and like what does it sound like? Like, how do they make the decisions on what somebody would say? Like on Friends, right? So
That would
like
be cool. Yeah.
making the jokes, or maybe a practice for a political debate.
Yeah, that would be very, oh my gosh, yeah, any of this would be really interesting. A fly in the wall is getting to view that intimate moment, right? That isn't supposed to be public. That's why we love, in entertainment, we love like backstage passes. We love
Yeah.
outtakes. We love it.
Yeah.
Some movies will do that at
Yes.
the end. They'll show you like the junk clips that they threw
Yeah.
out, the
Yeah.
mistakes. You see the actors acting, laughing together. We love that stuff.
Yeah, for sure, because it makes everything seem more human, right? When you see the
Totally.
outtakes, you
Yeah.
realize like cuz what you're seeing on the TV is like the polished final
Yes.
product. So,
Yes.
to get that inside look and realize, "Oh no, there was a lot of." And also it's fun to see the outtakes because people are usually laughing a lot
Yeah.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
always fun to see them like having a good time.
Like as they're that like when I see those, I think, oh my gosh, that's their real personality, I guess, right? Because they're
Right.
laughing, they screwed up a line. That's what they're actually like. Because we see these actors and we know what they're like as Brad Pitt as Benjamin Button or whatever other roles he had. We see them as actors, but not as people, real people. Who's
Right.
behind the actor?
Who is behind the
Who's
actor? Yeah,
behind?
so I think that would be pretty cool. So and actually, we did do an episode about behind the scenes with the word sneak peek. So guys, also check that one out. That's episode
Yes.
1412. What unique movie phrase can make someone feel exclusive? Find out today. So listen to that one as well.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Just hit follow on All Ears English. So you make sure you
Yeah.
get all these episodes on your phone and you don't miss a single one. Okay, Michelle. So, what are some other ways we might say this? Just maybe not using the fly expression. It's a great one, right? It's probably the better one. Yeah, rather than these ones, we're going to
I
show you
think
some
so too.
alternatives. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll give
yeah,
you some alternatives just for fun, but I mean a fly on the wall, I don't really see a reason to stray from that one really.
totally,
Um
totally.
but this first one is when the cameras are off. Okay. So even
Okay.
if like you can use this even if it's not about about real cameras, that's something on TV. You can use this like in a more metaphorical way, like when they're not in public or whatever. So you could say, I know they get along in public, but I'm curious what happens when the cameras are off.
Yes, yes, I love that one. And then spectator, right? I think it would be cool to be a spectator on an Oscars rehearsal. So again, a spectator just means a viewer,
Yeah,
right?
and that one's not necessarily like a private view or like these other ones, but still, an idea of just like watching something special. But spectator is not necessarily in secret.
Yeah, there's really no other way to say exactly this, is there, Michelle?
It's a perfect expression.
It's
I
a
love
perfect
it.
expression for this one idea, this one feeling of witnessing something in secret that no one else is supposed to see.
Right.
Then you could describe if you were what? If I were
Invisible.
invisible. Yeah.
Yeah, so if nobody could see you, you could say, if I were invisible, I'd visit the Oval Office during a big political decision.
Yeah, and that would also be another fly in the wall, right? Like just to go to the Oval Office, which is the office of the president in the White House. That would be interesting. I wouldn't, depending on who's president.
Yeah, that's
right?
what
I think I'd be terrified with some presidents, but
Yes,
that's
yes.
another day, another point for another day. But like
Yes.
maybe when Obama was president or Biden, like just to get in there and just to see what it's like. Like how much work is the president doing? Or is it just 100% his aides are doing the work and then he's just making final sign-offs and decisions?
Right. Yeah, and also sometimes I don't know. Like sometimes I think, oh, what is the like? I can't imagine that the president just like watches TV before bed or like just like does normal things in the house or like. So, do you ever think, okay,
Take out the trash.
this is gonna make me right. This is gonna make me seem really weird. But sometimes I think like because it's so weird, there's so many people in the world, right? And like we're so small, and it's like, oh, I'm talking about Jennifer Aniston. And okay, I'm so silly for bringing this up, but like, and Jennifer Aniston is existing right now and she's doing something. She's not like an idea. It's like, it's weird
Yeah.
to think of like,
Yeah, that's
it's also
weird.
like, the Truman Show because we're so involved in our own lives, right? Did you ever see that?
The Jim Carrey movie? Is
Yeah.
it Jim Carrey? I never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see it actually. I did see it.
Oh,
I did.
It's
Yeah.
it's so good. I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't think my life is the Truman Show, but when I was a little kid, I wondered, like, that it's like, it's so hard to imagine that there is so many people in the world and that we're so small and that like we're talking about this stuff now if we could see it and it's actually happening right now. I don't know. Does that make me
Yeah.
sound weird?
Kind of. Well, yeah, it does make you sound weird.
I can't
But,
explain it.
Trying to get a sense of what you're trying to say. So yeah, I mean, sometimes
Don't worry about it.
Well, I think I know what you're trying to say. Like when I fly into a city, you look down on that city, you just feel so small, right? Like there are all these people, and we think our lives are so big and important in a way
Right.
to us. It is. They are.
Right.
But really, in the grand scheme, we're just a little speck. Or a
Yeah.
little speck on the earth, right?
Right.
Not even a
Thank
speck.
you,
So
Lindsay.
that's what you're saying, right? I guess. Yes.
But yes, that's the overall. That's the idea. Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, Michelle, should we go into a role play? What do you think? Should
Let's
we?
do it.
Okay, let's demo this for our listeners. So here we are friends, and we're talking about our friends getting married. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So the wedding should be fun.
Yes, but I'd love to be a fly on the wall for some of those decisions. Christy's got expensive taste.
Oh, that's for sure. It would be interesting to be a spectator for that.
Yeah. If I were invisible, I'd want to hear the talks with the in-laws about it.
Oh yeah, they seem nice, but I wonder what happens when the cameras are off. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, and this really lends itself to reality TV, right? You're right. We mentioned that
Yeah.
at the beginning. This is why we love reality TV, because we love to witness the
Yeah.
chaos of other human beings and like be on the outside.
Right. Exactly. We don't have to deal with the drama. We just get to see it.
Get to watch it. Yeah. So you said I'd love to be a fly on the wall for some of those decisions. Yeah. Okay.
And then you said it would be interesting to be a spectator for that.
And then you said, yeah, if I were invisible, I'd want to hear the talks with the in-laws about it.
Yeah, who's paying for what? What's going
Oh
on
my
there?
gosh. Yes.
And then you said they seem nice, but I wonder what happens when the cameras are off. So, Lindsay, are you talking about actual cameras here? They're always on cameras?
No, that's an important point, Michelle. So we're really talking about in a metaphorical way when the cameras are off, when no one's seeing what's happening. That's
Yeah,
another way to say fly on the wall.
right.
See what's happening when the cameras are off, right?
The cameras are off. So, yeah, you can see. I mean, these in this role play, like these can be used in a mean spirited way, like, oh, I want to see the in laws and what happened, like
Right.
kind of mean. It's kind of a mean undertone to this conversation, right?
A
And
little
it can be used
cynical.
in a mean spirited way. Yeah, but it can also be used in a regular way, like, oh, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that.
Yeah.
But the takeaway, I think, is just that this idea that people like drama and they like to imagine, what might be happening because there's so little. We only get to see our own lives all the time.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's like it's interesting to think about what goes on in other people's lives, but not necessarily be involved in it.
Yeah, I mean it's human, right? So guys, we've given you something to an expression that's a reflection of a very human thought, wanting to witness
Yes.
what goes on that's not public necessarily, like the internal conversations. So use this when you're talking about, yeah, tell us who you would like to be a fly on the wall. What kind of conversation
Yes.
would it be in your government, for some celebrities in your country? What would it be? Let us know. Such an interesting question.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
All right, Michelle, good stuff today. I will talk to you very soon, okay?
All right. All right. Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
take
guys.
care. Bye.